Hate Sphere. The song is called Fear Me. Man, my vocals are so weak now. So shitty. I used to be able to growl all day, all night. My feet fucking stink. I'm a little bit delayed today, so usually I like to rip a quick shower after work, and I didn't do that today. How are you guys doing? My name is Tyler. Welcome to the Amp Sim universe. For those of you that are just dropping in, or maybe have never dropped in before, we are a passionate and extraordinarily, I'm going to go ahead and say it, an extraordinarily experienced team. I would put the team we have here against any team of Amp Sim experts in the world. Let's do it. If you're out there and you want to challenge us 10 for 10, let's go. We'll do that. But if you're out there and you are another group of experienced individuals wanting to promote the wonderful, wonderful world of guitar and bass amp software only, get at us. We would love to collaborate with you. Actually, you know, it's not about competition. It's about collaboration in this industry. And you've got to collaborate. You just do on YouTube. You got to collaborate if you want to do stuff. And my editing, I can't edit for shit. But if someone out there wants to collaborate with me and this team, what wonderful team we have here, let us know. We would absolutely love to hear from you. What are we doing today? We are for the start. Oh, how's it going, everybody? Three folks in here. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. If you're in the chat, please be sure to wave hello, flip me the bird, tell me to fuck off, say hi, you know, compliment my glasses, something. Say hello. I'm here, and I'm going to be here for the next 120 minutes at least. That is my commitment to you guys out there. My commitment to you guys. Pardon me. I got to bring this vocal down just a tiny bit. A little bit less. That's a little bit better. Always let me know how the vocals are sounding, if the guitar's too low, if the vocal's too low, whatever. I'm not listening to this. You guys are. So if you guys have anything you'd like me to throw out there, you let me know. Okay? So say hello. My name is, as mentioned, my name is Tyler, and I am just sort of one of the people over here on this wonderful team of individuals. And this on the screen currently is POW. This thing right here is our newest, and this thing just got the update. So if you already have the sword, you might want to go do the update, because you get about 50 or so presets just to make sure that you're getting the full use out of all the amazing curves and things that you can do with this thing. We're going to be using it. I've been kind of using it sparingly. You guys might have noticed that you're like, why aren't you featuring this more? Can we hear more of this? Guys, always remember, this and the entire channel here is dedicated to all of the other companies out there. These are freeware efforts. So rather than promote the living hell out of this plugin, we would actually rather promote Aurora as a company. You know what I mean? But trust me, we are very proud of this. Not saying I don't want to promote it, but you know what? We are all about promoting the entire industry here, not just being like, hey, we have this fucking thing. Everybody needs to get it. Oh, there's some other stuff. Oh, by the way, we've got the thing. Hello. You know what I mean? Pedro, how are you, my friend? And by the way, we got to announce it as always. Welcome to Freeware Friday. Not as much rasp as I actually would have preferred there. Very excited to be here with you. Freeware is fucking awesome. I recently read a comment on one of the gear pages I'm out there, and the team's out there. And one of the guys on the team was like, check this out. And I was just like, I got to jump on this guy, because this guy's like, I don't understand the point of freeware. It's like, by design, it's inferior. Like, why does it even exist? Like, who fucking puts out something for free? Why would you give your stuff away? I don't get it. If it's free, it's obviously garbage. That's dumb. It's dumb. And it's very, very silly, isn't it? Now, if you're out there right now, you're actually kind of thinking to yourself, you're like, why does freeware exist in the beginning? I don't understand. Why do developers put all this, like, hundreds and hundreds of hundreds of hours of work into these plugins and just go, hey, everybody just have it. Well, going through the list real fast, there are a few reasons that the companies love to do these things. And number one, numero uno, to brand awareness. If you're a brand new developer, it's a great way to get your name out there. Or if you're, for example, a new YouTube channel, oh, maybe you might put your name on a plugin or something like that. Oh, good idea. Growing things with the gift of, we'll say growth via generosity. We'll call it that. Growth via generosity. And it's generous. And if you've got something really good and you give it out there for free and people really love it, guess what? They're going to be a little bit more likely to check out your paid stuff when you decide to do that. But be transparent in that you're planning that. You're not just like, at one point in time, there was a certain freeware developer that crossed some lines with some folks and people got mad because they started charging for their plugins. And it's like, oh, heaven forbid these people want to get some money after years of a trial. And here it is. They improved something. They made way better. And then all of a sudden people are like, fuck that thing. It sucks. I don't want it. After promoting this thing for the last, 2 years, I'm not going to drop the plugin on you guys. But if you're out there and you might be thinking, oh, I think you know what he's talking about, tell me in the comments. And so we're just hanging out today. We're talking about Aurora DSP, by the way. We're talking about freeware, etc. And we're talking about why does freeware exist in the first place? One of those, exposure, brand awareness. If you're a big developer already, one could say it is a customer thank you. Thank you so much to our customers. Or potentially it's something for one of their new platforms to get the new platform out of there. Say you're coming up with something like, hey, this is an example. I'm just using an example. Say you're, Amp Hub, whatever. You've got your own new thing. You might make the first couple of models free. Say this is going to be free for 6 months. 6 months. Big bold letters. 6 months. Gonna be free for 6 months. Get in before that and you'll always have it free. We're not going to charge you after 6 months, but everybody after 6 months is going to have to pay for this plugin. Be transparent. Good way to do things. All right, another way. Another way to do things is you'll find that there are freeware developers that like to do things for contract. So if you put some rad stuff out there, there might be a certain producer out there that's thinking, I'd like to do my own line of plugins. I want to find somebody to build these for me. And then someone, asks, this person asks around, oh, there's this rad freeware company. Then tap, tap, tap. What? We're doing this again. Fuck. All right, guys, I don't know what's going on here. Are we back? It's doing the disconnect thing again. Yeah, I don't know what just happened, guys. If it keeps doing that, that's going to be a real bummer, and the reason it was doing that before was actually I had a faulty Ethernet cable. I'm actually not sure. I just did a fresh restart. I always do a fresh restart before a stream. They always suggest that, you do that. That's a good idea. Some people suggested that anyways when I started doing this. If that is incorrect, let me know in the comments. That is actually, don't do that. Maybe you just do this instead. That's fine. Remember, I am not experienced when it comes to streaming. That's one thing I will admit. This is brand new territory for me. I've done quite a lot of it direct on just a cell phone. I did a bunch of Twitch, but I'm still relatively what you would call we'll call it an internoob, an intermediate noob. I know a bit. I know a very small amount. Okay, so my setup is mostly. I'm not real smart. When something goes wrong in a DAW, I'm all over it. I'm like, yeah, I know fucking, yep. Because I had so many headaches. Oh my God. All right, so let's go to we're going to go to the website. I'm actually on Sharface right now. If you guys haven't been on Tone Hunt, this is Tone Hunt. And Eddie, I misspelled it. It's stupid me. It's 2 R's, not 2 A's. Oh gosh. Anyways, this is Eddie's. This is Eddie on our team here. One of the smartest individuals on this team, and he is he's one of our IR guys. He's our IR specialist. He's learning from the ground up. Now we have 2 IR specialists essentially on our team. We have one guy that's learning how to make them from the ground up, and learning all about it. And he's got that point of view, and his IRs, by the way, are incredible. And then we have another IR producer. And we have Lewin Albani, who also makes his own IRs. Devil's Lab, check them out. Some of it's free, some of it's not, if I'm not mistaken. Devil's Lab, go check that out ASAP. I hope it doesn't do that again, guys. I really don't. I don't know what's going on with the... Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internet. I hope it doesn't happen again, because gosh, that would be irritating. That would be super irritating. Anyways, going back to it, Eddie is doing some rad stuff. This was our April Fool's joke, the Crate GLX 15 Solo. And this thing is this is all NAM profiles, by the way. This is the Neural Amp Modeler. If you're not familiar, you need to get on board if you're not. And this was his joke. This was his absolute 100% like gag for April Fools, and it was hilarious. But a lot of people thought it was serious, and they really like it. So it's pretty interesting. I haven't tried it. I've not tried it out yet, but I can say that one particular cabinet from Dr. Bonker's Sound Labs, known as the Aloha 1x8. This thing is actually really interesting, and where if you're building your own blends, it's really cool to have a 1x8 speaker blending it with like a 4x12, because you can add this unique kind of little sizzle to it, and that is kind of unique to itself. And if you're out there in the comments, by the way, I mean, Pedro's all by himself. Chat me up, folks. Let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see, what you want to know. Ask some questions. I'm just hanging out today. My name is Tyler. This is the Amp Sim Universe. And what do we have on tap? Well, the other thing we've got on tap today, we're going to go right here. We're going to go to Aurora DSP. Now we're going to go to their free plugins so you guys can check out what they have. And we're going to be using Goblin today. And we have Fenrir, but this is now it's Fenrir IR, not Fenrir. So you get it. It's now there is also a plugin called Fenrir, but it's done by what is it? What's the company name again? It's got the NAM profiles in it. I can't remember the name of the company now off the top of my head. But anyways, this is the Aurora DSP impulse response loader known as Fenrir. That's free. This is Goblin. We'll be seeing that a little bit later in the stream. Also 100% free. And it blends with some very nice IRs, all very well. We have the Tuna, which you may or may not see later today, depending on if I need it or not. I do have my clip on here, so it is what it is. We've got the Unified Preamplifier, and that is the based on the TCE or TC Electronics. What is it? The integrated preamp pedal? I can't remember what the dang thing's called, top of my head. This is the Invisiverb Pro. This was last year's April Fool's joke, and this year's April Fool's joke is the Liver 6, and is the Crabcore. Crabcore, and go get it. It's fun. It's just this little. It's a unique little toy. You guys will dig it, I'm sure. It's got some profiles in it for the Cali Diamond, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it was a pretty funny joke. So go check this out. Go check all of it out. ASAP, and it's a lot of good fun. They've also got out, by the way, it's not free, but they just put out the Serbies, and that thing or the Serbies. I think it's pretty rad. Gosh, it's nice to be off work on a Friday. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice when you get off on a Friday? That's why I like to come just walk straight into a stream with y'all, and we just kind of get moving. So we're going to try the Goblin off the top, actually. And I'm going to put it into the chain. And I'm going to put it in with a few other things that we've got going on inside here. We've got a bunch of pedals that we can hammer it with. We've got a bunch of IRs we can hammer it with. But for now, we're just going to use it all by itself and chug on this a little bit. Along with Gilbert here, this is my Ibanez PGM 301. And the pickups, just for your current knowledge, if anybody's curious, as I love to talk pickups. This is a DiMarzio PEF Pro in the neck. And the bridge is a DiMarzio Evolution. And the only reason I didn't go mix match on this one is because the plastics, if you use Seymour Duncan and DiMarzio white, there's no whites in those two that match each other at all. One is a very like a creamy white. You'll have to check it out for yourself. We can go over it all day. How's it going, Caleb? Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone. If anybody feels like chatting, I'm here. We're gonna be going over some of the presets I made for a Goblin way back, and it's a solid plugin, guys. This was done by Aurora DSPs. This wasn't a joke or anything. This was okay. I have a theory about this plugin, and I'm gonna have to ask Daniel if I can share this opinion first. It's one of those things that, like, if you know, you know. I'm gonna have to ask. Anytime I speak about a developer and I'm not 100% sure if I should be sharing that information, and I've heard influencers out there share stuff they probably shouldn't have shared, and I'm not one of those guys. I'm never going to share anything with you guys that hasn't been 300% cleared by a developer. And yeah, just understand that. Like, I might go off on rants sometimes, but even in that case, most of the stuff I've checked with and fact checked, and I'm pretty sure I'm not I'm 100% sure I'm not misrepping. All right, let's get going with Goblin here. All right, let's get crank that up a little bit. Interesting. Oh, I've got the tuna on still. That's right. Oh boy, denoiser. Ah, there we are. Yeah, we got to bring that back a little bit. Cool. Getting started here on a nice Friday afternoon, and I'm gonna be full transparency here. I like coming home, and having a little bit of herbal enhancement if you feel me, and then jumping right into a stream with you guys. It feels great because I can just burn off the stress calories from the week. And guys, as I've mentioned many times, this is something I do for my own personal mental health as well. I love just getting stuff out, getting on here and chit-chatting and talking about plugins, interacting with a few more, even if it's online. I mean, having a little bit more interaction in my day. And also just realize, by the way, if you can see the entire YouTube chat. I thought for a second you might not be able to, but that was actually only on TV. If I have it, occasionally I throw it on the TV just to see if everything was in sync, and it is, and whatever. But when you do it on the laptop or watch it on most sources, you can actually view back the chats, which is really cool. I like that. And having them not there kind of annoyed me, so I was like, shit, I hope that's not the fact. And then it was, so that's good. And this is Goblin. And if I'm not mistaken, this is based on the Dead Red channel of a 5153, an EVH 5153, if I'm not mistaken, and done in the, of course, the Aurora DSP fashion. And I would really like to talk to Daniel in the next stream. We are going to have Lucas and Daniel come on to talk with us in the next coming weeks. And by the way, this weekend, I'm so excited. I'm so excited right now. Like, can you see it? Oh, look at this. Oh, so excited right now. We have Alex Lee from Devil Driver and Bryce Van Hoosen from Silver Talon coming to chat with us tomorrow in the chat, 2:30 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to drop in. And if you're not 100% sure who either of those gentlemen are, please follow them on social media. I plan to ask Alex in great detail about his Ibanez collection. I plan to ask Bryce about his Jackson collection, his EMG pickups, all the different pickups he likes to use. I plan to ask him about all kinds of different things. I've been friends with Bryce for a number of years now. He's been a friend of Honest Amp Sim Reviews from way back in the day. And I'm so happy to have him on. He's one of my favorite guitar players on the planet and one of the most underrated guitar players on the planet, I think, as well. This guy deserves way more attention than he gets. And he gets a lot of attention. Way more, though. He deserves way more attention than he's getting right now, guys. And it's got to happen. So they're going to be here, and we're going to be chatting with them. And I could not be more excited about it. So, and we're going to be giving some stuff away during the stream. Not 100% sure what yet. It could be, I'm not sure if the fellas have anything that they want to give away personally, but we will be giving away some stuff from Aurora DSP. Now, this month, although also, by the way, is Aurora DSP month, and I want to make sure that you guys understand that it's going to be a kick-ass fucking month. We have so many features planned. We have so much going on. It's going to be a absolutely great, amazing month. Lots of Serbies plugins being given away, and then the end of the month, we are doing an Aurora DSP everything bundle. Did you just hear what I just said? An everything bundle. Yep, everything from Aurora DSP will be yours. One person, and you need to be subscribed to both our YouTube and the Aurora DSP YouTube, and that's all you need to do to enter that contest. Daniel will be choosing the winner, not myself, and then they'll be delivering straight to you. We've had some delivery time issues, and you guys need to understand that we are kind of just at the mercy of the developers we're working with and their schedules and everything else. We can't tax favors, guys. All right, so let's move on, just so you guys know what's happening this month. And again, we are riffing on the Aurora DSP free Goblin right now. One of the things I'm going to ask Daniel about, though, is I'm going to ask him about how he condenses things, how he models, because sometimes he has his own way of modeling an amp. They're kind of condensing to high, low, mid, and like an air feature and like, a boost feature or something, or gain. It's always kind of in there. But I'm kind of curious as to how he condenses things to where, where's the presence? Is the presence set to 7 and then omitted? Or what are we looking at? We kind of want to know. I want to know. Do you want to know? Well, warm up those questions as well for Daniel, the mastermind CEO, big man, big boss over at Aurora DSP, and Lucas, the product design, the drive-through suite designer, and the main brain behind that as well, and the AR, great AR guy over there. Yep. I'm liking that. How about you guys? Digging it, not digging it? Let me know. No, those presets never made it into the plugin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resend all these presets, because basically I think what happened was I'm not sure if they ever made it in or not. Either way, if not, we'll be putting these up, guys. We're working on a website right now. I'm very excited about it. It's just going to kind of add back up to the content we have here. That we know reviews like a la Honest Amp Sim review style, those were just way too hard to maintain, and just maintaining scores that stayed relevant, and it was just too much. So all the reviews are going to be done video style, and those I'm working on them, guys. It's just taken me such a long time to come up with a format that I want to use as kind of a uniform across all the reviews, so you guys can kind of feel the same format in each review, so everything stays kind of interesting but predictable at the same time. Like, I want to know about just this part, I'm going to kind of bring it to there, whatever. Okay. Yeah, we don't fuck around here, guys. I told you. Through a lot of goodwill that the team and I have built through a lot of years of being in this business and doing a lot of things for free and doing a lot of nice things for free. And people do nice things for us. We do nice things for people. Does that mean we're going to give positive reviews for favors? Fuck no. Shit, no, that's not the way things work here. If something sucks, it sucks. I don't care who made it. And chances are, if I'm telling you something that sucks, I've told the developer more than once that it sucks. Although with Aurora DSP, that's the funny thing. Nothing sucks. Absolutely nothing under the roof sucks, because it's made with quality. It's made with ingenuity. It's made by a man who knows what he wants and who's doing things his own way. Despite he's definitely doing things his own way. He's done kind of the backwards almost. Like, he put out a lot of his own stuff and then started with the licensed kind of things, whereas a lot of companies like to get started with the licensed stuff and continue that sort of thing. So I mean, he's just always doing his own thing over there. They have a large team, small team, smaller developer, but doing big things, and they've been around for a while. They've been doing great things for a while, and as mentioned, they have some freeware, as we're gonna showcase one more time real quick. And guys, there's an IR loader that is, I mean, it's not my number one, but only because when it came out, I already had my number one. And I don't screw around a lot with different IR loaders, although I know people that are absolutely love doing that. Let's bring that over here so you guys can actually see. It's cut off there by my ugly ass face. All right, so we've got Goblin that's currently in the chain right now, and I'm going to be messing around with some drive pedals and stuff with that. We've got the IR loader. Words are difficult. We've got the IR loader right here. We've got the Tuna, which is, I will say, the most accurate software tuner that I've ever used. It's in my chain at all times, just in case this thing kills another battery, which just absolutely sucks up batteries. But it's still a great tuner, and I like it, and it's great. And my eyes aren't so good, so whatever. So we got it. So we've got the unified preampler. Yes, that goddamn preampler. Oh boy. We've got the unified preamplifier. That's kicking, also in a chain right now, but although it's not engaged. And this is the Free Invisiverb Pro. Man, this actually pissed some people off. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that, but this is actually, if you go and search this plugin, you'll probably find it like a Reddit or some sort of forum post or a Facebook post that's like, that's not fair. That's not very nice. There were actually people talking about how much, like, there was I remember being sent this whole long list of comments from people that were talking all about the different things that it did. Interesting how things work, right? Placebo effects are fun. So anyways, that exists. It's fun. Check it out. And then Liver 6 just came out the other day on April Fool's, and it was great. This thing is fun. There's not much to it though, guys. I'm not even going to put it in the chain right now. You guys just go download it and put it in your chain and have some fun with it. See what happens. All right, so what else am I doing? Well, today we're also going to be screwing around with the neural amp modeler and some new profiles from both Eddie and some others. I've got a whole big test folder full of stuff that I would like to test out today. And so I'm going to throw the sword out front. Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit further to the left. I actually prefer the nasty side. A nasty or a rude, this is essentially the IR, like kind of filtering between two different blended IRs. And you'll enjoy both, I guarantee it, or a blend of the two. They're pretty great. There's nothing wrong with them at all. They do some great things. And if you're wondering what I'm doing with this hand here, I'm just trying to keep my fingers stretched out because I'm still I haven't played much today, and sadly, arthritis is starting to come for me, folks. I'm noticing it. I don't know if you're out there and you're suffering from arthritis in your hands or your wrists. You probably want to maybe get at me because I'm curious about a few things. I'm noticing it's coming on just like joint by knuckle, and very, very slowly, but you can just feel it. One day, this more pain in one finger and the other. So I really have to, and this wrist is completely fucked. So I have to really do a good job of stretching things out as I'm kind of chatting with you guys and keeping them stretched out as I'm yapping too much, as I typically do. So let's go to the sword, and let's go. The preset is going to be the Fortin Hex 1. So without. In. Nice. That's not bad. Wasn't a great riff that we came up with there, but the riffs will get better as we go. I cannot wait until I get a better mic scenario, and maybe I might have to change my camera angle or something. What a great song this is. If you've never listened to old Cannibal Corpse, because maybe you're not into like old school death metal, I highly suggest that you eat some shit and then suck it up and go listen to some old Corpse, because I'm telling you right now, even in just E flat, it's E flat and it's still brutal as hell. Solid state amps, they didn't care. I'm still amazed that they got the tones that they got out of the gear that they were using back in those days. Does anybody know what they used specifically on the Bleeding? Was it the Ampeg VH140C, or were they using something else at that point? They are having some tuning issues. Not really, but again, I'm still getting with a new set of strings on this. It's the B. Okay. Now let's get something else going here. Let's go into the factory presets and let's pick out, for example, let's go F33. Is that enough mids for you? Biggity bop 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 bang 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 bang. Is that enough mids? Did you get enough mids? You know what sucks? There's this, the way I monitor comments is just brutal. I wish I could take this little heart thing out, because like I'm always missing words in the most recent comment. So I kind of have to wait for it to push up a bit before I can fully answer it. I really gotta get another screen. I'm kind of just using a phone right now, but I'm not using like the Creator Studio or anything. Eventually I'll get there's just nowhere in my environment to put another monitor, so I'm just at the mercy of it. Use the X part. Oh, you mean the pedal part of the sword, the boost part. So here's the deal with that. I don't really need it. I designed all the presets so that every preset in here is there are a few of them are Luca and the majority of them are me. But here's the deal. The boost is always off. And why? Because this, for the same reason that the output is always set around 0. Why? So that you, the user, can kind of goose the preset as you choose. Okay, I should have probably made that clear, and I'm going to make that clear now that the presets have been installed. I'm actually going to start doing a little more hype about this, so that I can get a hype video out there and get, maybe get a few more people using it, or at least aware of it. So here's the deal: if you're using a preset in the sword, okay, we're just going to go with one of my favorites. This is the 808 X1. And of course, the low strings, just the B string is a little bit out. Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? And the E's out too. Why? Why not? We were just here 2 seconds ago. Okay, so now if I want to goose this preset a little bit, I can just turn that on and I can give it a little. Okay, so it's out. And then we're going to turn it on. But I want to give that option to you, the user. In my personal opinion, I don't think that anything in a preset should ever really be set to max. And I feel like there should still be a lot of headroom in presets, in any preset, for you to increase things. And now this gain, the extra gain booster here, this thing is actually just going to give you an extra 10 dB. So really you can take any preset and just give it a little bit more muscle is all it's really going to do without actually messing up your curve too much. Okay, so check it out again. Even on just that much, you can hear that extra muscle. And I am going to sidechain that compressor and gate and everything together so that things aren't constantly an issue here. The pickings, man, it's not easy here, guys. It's getting used to all the vocal chains and stuff, and gosh, I'm used to just setting up a vocal chain to sing, you know. Yeah. So that's kind of how that works. And Pedro, thanks for the question. I really appreciate that. That's super rad. I appreciate you. And that's basically why I don't. That's literally it. The only reason I don't do that is because I want to leave that up to you guys and the user to be able to add or some, you know, I don't want to max anything out so that you guys have no headroom in any way to do that. So I guess that's kind of, thanks for bringing that up, because now I'm going to kind of make sure that's kind of part of the promotional features and factors. Yep. All kinds of yes. This tone, man. This is all free. 100% free. The denoiser is not free, but listen to what it's doing right now. Oh! That's a lot of noise right there. It's just I don't like it. Get it gone. And it does more than what a gate does. Okay, so if you're going to employ the denoiser, you might also want to have a gate in the chain to occasionally act a little bit more clampy. Because the denoiser is not necessarily designed to be extra clampy. It's made to kind of just suck all the bad shit out of your environment and just tuck it somewhere in limbo. Not sure where all that noise gets filtered to, but it doesn't sound like a great place to live. Listening to one of my very favorite new singers over the last couple years, R.A. Voltaire and his band Glyph. If you're not familiar with Glyph, 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 you need to get on that train and get on that bandwagon. They are going, it just exploded. They went from being like just this sort of a thought and you know, kind of a thing, and then all of a sudden, just like out of nowhere, these guys are like touring with like fucking Elven King and other random huge acts. So shit, yeah. So hard work, guys. Hard work will do you. And what's going on, everybody? It's a wonderful Friday. I see there's 6 folks in here, and there's 2 dudes, just 2 dudes chatting me up. Feel free, ask me any questions. You can make freeware requests as well. Now, I also want to show you guys something for the first time ever seen in a live stream. I also kind of want to show you guys one of the tools that is that's built into the NAMM Universal plugin we are working on currently with WaveMind. This thing is going to be an absolute gem. It's going to be an absolute gem, and I cannot wait for it. And I can show you guys officially, this is the section that will be going after NAMM. Stream down again, guys. I don't know, guys. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on with the streaming right now. I'm not 100% sure what's happening with the little interruptions, and you can bet your asses I am going to be making sure that as soon as I get off here, I'm going to make sure that I figure out exactly why it's disconnecting. It's just very strange because I thought I remedied this, and actually did. We were, if you remember, we did this before, and something happened, and we did this before. And all it was an Ethernet cable, a faulty Ethernet cable that was in my way. Now, I don't know what the issue is today. I have a fresh restart, and I'm not really sure. So I'm going to do my update for OBS when I get off of here, and we're going to hope for the best. Although, hopefully this does. If it does happen again, guys, just hang out, and it seems to be going away in a couple of seconds. And from what I understand, this is quite common. To just sort of a ghost in the machine thing to be popping in and out. I know a lot of streamers that have had these little up interruptions during their streams, and it just is what it is when everything's working off internet. One little flicker to the internet and bye-bye. See you later. All right, so what are we doing today? Also, we're going to be looking at, we are looking at Goblin. We're going to get the sword out of there. We're going to start looking at the neural amp modeler here. We also have a couple of other components in there that you can see or not see. And I'm going back to the face. Whoa! That was uncalled for. You guys didn't need to see it that quickly. Okay, so we're going to be going to the neural amp modeler. I'm going to kick that in. I'm going to get rid of the gate because I don't need it. Get rid of it. Get off it. Now, I'm going to open this up here and go to my NAMM stuff. Test new stuff. And we're going to go to the Crate GLX 15. And he's got some other stuff going on. This is going to be hilarious. This is going to be absolutely hilarious. I know it's going to be hilarious. I mean, you guys probably know it's going to be hilarious too. I'm probably going to sound good when I put it through a 412 cap, though, I bet. Hey? Yeah, probably. Okay. What is happening in the background right now? This must be it's gone on to a random song. I don't recall adding this. And I'm not overly enthused with what's happening in my ears right now. Okay, let's see what we've got slowly here. Interesting. Already sounds a bit better than I kind of assumed it was going to sound. Oops. This actually sounds super good. So far, let's see what else we've got. This is an absolutely free impulse response pack called God's Cab. We're going to get into Eddie's stuff in a little bit. But first, I like to use at least IRs that I'm familiar with when I'm testing out some new sims or new, whatever you want to call it, new sims, new profiles on whichever. I prefer to have IRs that I'm comfortable with so that I know what the amp is giving. If that makes any sense to you. All right, let's fire this up. It sounds so good. All right, let's go into here. That sounds pretty good, right? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's super fun in the amp sim universe, or just we'll call it the guitar and in any guitar and bass software. The coolest things that you can do is put together components, that in the analog or hardware world would not go together, and because they just electronically these components would just not work. There's no way you're really going to hook up a 412 beefy cabinet up to the Crate GLX 15 because there's just not going to be enough of the juice to get it to go and do what it do. In my personal opinion, I mean, yes, factually, there's probably a way you could pull that off, but I'm not really sure how. I think just the ohmage alone would probably just fucking just nuke something. I don't even know. I'm not a physician. Man, this is so good. This is perfect for old death metal. This is already boosted, so let's find something that's not the boosted. Whoa, clickety clack. So let's see what we got here. This may be great for Doom too. Solid. See, this is great. If you're in the chat, fire me off something, say hi. Don't make it weird, bro. But if you just want to lurk and kind of take it all in, absolutely no problem. Remember, intermediate users, brand new users, experienced users, overly experienced and overly passionate users, all welcome here. If you've got any questions, no matter how silly you think they might be, just ask. That's it. Just ask. We're just hanging out today. We're checking out some things. I'm going to be going through just a number of different things today and having a good time. This seems where it's going to be where I parked my car. So old school. I just that's so scooped that Manuel heard it from somewhere else in some universe and was just like, hey, there's someone scooping. I'm going to get this. Hold on. Mid 2, mid 4, mid 5. Okay, let's go. It's tough. Okay, tone 10, tone 6. Let's go right about here. See what this is all about. Yeah, that's not good. That's better. I'm just testing out. So if you're just joining us, I'm just testing out some new profiles today. I don't want it. Nice. Very nice. All very good. I'm very excited. Yes, someone's winning everything from Aurora, by the way. Everything. Absolutely everything. I'm excited for that person. Especially if they don't have any Aurora stuff already. Like if you've already got almost their entire catalog, you're like, fuck man, I'm gonna have to gift this to someone. You can imagine winning it when you just finished paying for the last plugin and you win this, the everything bundle, and you're like, God damn it, why couldn't I have the foresight? But also, it's great that Aurora DSP has so many rabid, loyal followers, people that will just buy. They don't know what it's based on. They're just like, I'm all in. I am all the way in no matter what it is because these guys put it out and I trust them because their taste is good. And that's one thing. If you trust a developer and their mission statement and you trust a developer with their what they've already done, and there's just a certain, at some point you can just blindly jump into anything they release. Although I do suggest to make sure you always try the trials at all times. And I'm just hanging out trying the GLX. That sounds great. And that is the Crate GLX 15 from Sharface. This is Eddie Shar from our little team here that we have. And Eddie's going to be, he's also kind of spearheading, he and Bo and Philippe. Philippe's been up, he's also, Philippe Pris is also part of the team here, and he's also done some wonderful stuff himself. Although I'm not testing any of it out today, that was last week. Today I'm kind of testing out a bunch of stuff. All right, so what are we going to go to next? Well, I kind of want to go to this Mesa Barba M0. What's the deal with this amp? Is this a crusher? I don't know anything about Mezzabarba. That sounds pretty good. Went in a little hot on that one. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to use the Fort Boost for this one from Wavemind. Oh, whoa. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Let's see more of what that has to offer. Oh, that didn't... It sounds good, but sometimes it doesn't. It sounds good until it does. I don't know what the deal with this amp is. I've never tried it or never even really done a lot of... I've never done any research on it, so I really wouldn't know. I'm going to try the... whoa, there's a lot of files here. Let's try some of these files. Again, it's just a preamp, but we can give it the... At least the... We're going to give it... I mean... It still sounds like it's got a solid state power amp. You can use a preamp straight into a cabinet, whereas in the analog world, you can try that all you want. You can let me know how that works out for you. You can tell me, you go out there and try every preamp you can and plug it straight into your cabinet and let me know the results. Will you ever get sound? Probably not. Unless you've got, there's just, you need power in the middle. Whereas with a plug-in, you don't. Which is kind of neat. You can build things that don't exist. That sounds super good too. Ow, that sounds good. And this is based on a Soldano preamp. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a beautiful, like purpley pink fuchsia kind of color. Is that correct? Would that be a correct assumption there, Bo? Bocephus? Bosif? Beauregard? Please, is your name, please tell me your name is not Beauregard. Is it Beauregard? I mean, I just insulted. Now he's not going to tell us. Anyways, the X88R is you just go look it up. It's just like this. It's a cult classic, a heavily followed preamp, and it has its supporters all over the social media and guitar forum world. But believe me, there are people that will go to the bat with this thing and they collect them like crazy. Although I can't off the top of my head really, I've never delved so deep into it that I went and looked up like which artists actually were known for using it, apart from maybe like, I know that Matt Pike used one for a bit, but I never really overly looked into it. Also, if you don't know it, the Ignite Amps free NRR1 is actually, if I'm not mistaken, is based off a similar preamp. Maybe, I don't know. Bobo Bridges. It sounds super good. I'm really loving this so far. I'm having a great day. My whole day has been great. I got to do a video with the class that I work in. By the way, if you're in the chat, as always, come on, say what's going on. Like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. I said it twice. Oh, I broke my own rules. Oh no. And this is a whole free chain as well. This is the Forte Boost 22, based on the Fortin 33, very obviously. One knob boost, and it does what it do very nicely, and will give you, it will gentrify. And it actually hits the NAM profiles pretty nicely. There are some people that disagree. They don't agree that you should use pedals. They don't want to use pedals in front of NAM. Some of them do. In NAMM Universal, you're going to have the opportunity to use your own pedal, your own neural amp modeler captured pedal rather, along with it. Okay. And there's so much fun to be had with NAMM Universal when it comes out. And believe me, almost every Friday, we're going to be here hammering away with it. I'm going to go to bat and say this could be one of the more fun ways to use your NAMM profiles. That's all I'm going to say. Man, if you've ever heard Dope Throne, if you've never heard Dope Throne by Electric Wizard, put on a set of headphones, have a beer, smoke a little bit of weed or something, and then close your eyes, listen to Dope Throne by Electric Wizard loud in headphones. Please, that's going to be my challenge for you today. Not often am I going to ask you guys to go and do something like that. And if you don't want to if you're like, I'm straight edge, man, I don't do any of that, no problem. Just listen to the song, fine. But do it with headphones and do it with your eyes closed and do it fairly loud. Not so loud like it's uncomfortable, but like go to your threshold. Whatever your loud threshold is, take it there. And listen to the song and listen to the feedback in the middle part. And try to ignore the drummer coming in off time twice in the song. Ugh, it drives me crazy. It drives me nuts that the drummer comes in out of time on the start of the song and then nobody hit stop. Well, obviously they recorded it live, but at that point, if you're the producer behind that, if I'm the producer and I hear the drummer come in like a couple beats out of time, I'm hitting the stop. Boop, done. We're starting again. That's it. There's no other way to do it. Oh gosh. I don't know how they listen to that and say, I'm going to leave it. You guys be the judge. Let's do it. You guys be the judge. Am I nuts? Yeah, let's try it. Listen to it. You guys tell me, would this drive you nuts or not? And he gets in time, but he comes in a beat late, and it drives me mental. Mental! I just want to go in there and go, boop, and just put one little kick hit in. That's it. I don't know why it drives me nuts. Maybe it drives you nuts. Maybe it doesn't. You got named after Beau Bridges? Are you serious? You were named after Beau Bridges? That is one of the most random things I've ever heard in my life. Although, I do know a guy named Lanny that was named after... Actually, I know a lot of people that were named after hockey players. I was not. I know a lot of people in my community. I'm from a hockey community, a very, very intense hockey community. And so I know a lot of people that were named after not just hockey players, but hockey equipment. I know a dude named Cooper. And I know another guy that named his kid Easton. So, yeah, that did exist. Pick up your change! How much more can you break down the breakdown that's already been broken down? Anyways, we are coming up on the hour, and I am having such a great time with all 4 or 6 or 7 or 4 or 6 or 2. It keeps on fluctuating, and that's cool though. I don't mind it. I don't mind a small audience at this point. We're just getting together to talk gear and to build up some nice amount of content. Keep going with this and get more comfortable. The better it gets, the more people that will stroll in. And as always, what I ask from you guys is very simple. I don't want you guys to go and share our Facebook posts. I don't need it. I don't want you to. I don't need you to share it. That's okay. I don't mind. You don't have to share it. What I do want everybody to do though, is if you have one friend or two, or maybe under 5, anything under 5, 1 is fine. Just one friend that would love what we're doing here. Bring them by. Be like, hey, you want to meet me? I'm going to go and watch a live stream. Meet me there. Tell a friend to meet you here. and hang out, ask some questions, learn some stuff. All right. That's all we want. We want to grow and only grow to people that we really feel would love to be here and be respectful and have a good time and be chill. We don't get too angry here. We don't get too negative here. Although, if you bring up positive grid, there's going to be some negativity up in this house. That is one. We don't say that company's name around here. How about we just ban the name of that company so that I'm never tempted to talk about it. All right. So unless someone asks me about it in like a live stream, it's just like, it'll be like saying Voldemort. It'll be like saying Voldemort in Harry Potter. Shh, you not say his name. Shh. Anyways, I'm gonna be right back, guys. I need 3 minutes. Gotta take off road T. See you later, brother. I appreciate you very much for being here. I will be here for about another hour, everybody. We're gonna be checking out a bunch more neural amp modeler, NAM profiles. Fuck's sakes. See you later, Bo. And we appreciate you. And if you're out there and you're in the chat and you want to take up a notch in this next hour, I would love it. We may have a giveaway, we may not. Depends. Let's see if we can get this place goosed up a little bit here. What are we doing? We gotta goose it up. This has not been goosed enough. So we gotta get this place happen a little bit more like a Friday. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Be fantastico. All right, so everybody have a great time for about the next 2, 3 to 4 minutes tops, and I will be back and we're gonna go over a few more things. Thinking about changing the guitar over, but probably not, because I like to use this guitar specifically to test things out. Again, we want to have as many common things in the signal chain as we can when we're adding something new, so we know what that one specific new thing is giving us. Okay? It's very, very key. You're testing new pickups. Make sure your entire signal chain is exactly, everything that is giving you, because you want to know what these are giving you, because you want to get the heights right? Exactly. We'll talk more about that second half. If you've got questions, get them warmed up. I'm all ears. Ask me anything, freeware or otherwise. I'm always happy to talk tech. See you guys in 3 minutes. Well, hello there. I am back, and geez. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a little on the cooked side today, and that's great. And you know what? I don't think there's anything better. Now, I'm not sitting here advocating substance abuse. Blah. That's not what I'm doing, so don't go there. I would never advocate for such a thing. However, for me, having, a little of the herbal entertainment, a little herbal enhancement, and then going at some plugins and IRs, man, that is the way I like to go at it. Mesorecto, how are you? Nice to see you, Mesorecto. A brand newbie here up in the house. And we know what that means. We know what that means. Mesorecto, you've just won an Aurora DSP Serbies license, and you'll have to get with us, the ampsimuniverse@gmail.com. Brand new. Thank you for joining us. You've just won a plugin. If you're not sure what that is, you're like, he just said a whole bunch of fucking words, and I don't know what the fuck he just said. If you're not a fan and you're not aware of Aurora DSP, it is a software developer from Poland, and they are amazing, and they do amazing things and amazing work. And I'm very excited to be able to give you a nice license to the sweet fucking plugin. All right, Mesorecto. My name is Tyler, and welcome to the MCM Universe. Thanks for being part of our community, dropping in on our community and giving it a shot. We appreciate you being here. What are we doing? Well, we are, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Our word, bro, yes. No problem. Thank you for being here, and thank you, as I said, for being, for giving. I'm not saying you're part of the community yet, because you just got here. You're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Someone just handed me free shit. What the hell happened? Well, thank you for giving us a shot and seeing where we're at, and we appreciate you being here. I cannot wait to see if you enjoy our content or not. All right, so what we're doing today is we're checking out the Neural Amp Modeler, and that is from Stephen Atkinson, if you're not aware. And if you're not aware, we're making our own plugin that's based on with the Neural Amp Modeler at the heart, with some improvements that we're making around the signal chain, so that we believe people will enjoy their NAM captures and profiles, etc. Not amp profiles, but slash profiles, whatever you call them. Some people call them captures, some people call them profiles, and I appreciate that the terminology for both. They both sound right to me. If you're doing that, so basically where this came from, if anybody's curious, is this was us sitting around going, man, NAM is fucking rad. But you know what makes it even cooler? When you add this, and then the next day someone would be like, yeah, you know what? That is awesome. But you know what is also cool? When you try this. And then again, it's like it's snowballed, and all of a sudden that we've got a developer that's working with us to build it, and holy shit, this is going to be fun. I can tell you, each week I'm going to share a new feature about it with you, and I did just share the look and the features of the section that's going to come right before the IR section, so that things hit kind of. It's supposed to maybe give you a bit of a power amp feel to things, maybe a little bit, but not at the same time. All right. Now, what I can also share with you is the look of the plugin. I can't show it to you just yet, but I can tell you that it is going to look like a bit of a Frankenrack. Okay, so picture an 80s, Google 80s guitar rack, and then it'll give you a kind of the idea of what we're looking at here. Not just 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever. Any guitar rack that mixed components is going to look the same. I don't care what era it's from. It's in a rack case. It's got a bunch of mixed components with different writing and different settings and different colors, and it's all got wear in different places. Boom! That's what we're looking for, and we want to. I can't fucking wait. The entire team, everyone here, we all can't wait for you to try this, because we know exactly how fun this is going to be. All right. All right, Mesorecto. Is this, wait, no. Is this, hang on, no, are you the dude from, Jesus. Baritone, are you the dude from Baritone Goat Studios? Because there was somebody else that was communicating with us that was also, I was talking with the guy over at Baritone Goat Studios. Super nice guy. And in fact, you're not that guy. Well, go check out that guy's content. super nice guy. Does some really rad content with pickups. We are on the same level, you know, and also he'd be kind of a good guy to jump in with us, to be honest, because the guy's got a good mind for this stuff. He makes content, and he'd be a good guy to double up with. In, like I said, collaboration wise, if you're out there and you're focusing all of your efforts on only guitar and bass software and you want to collab with us, hey, reach out. Nothing bad can happen. We can just have some fun. Not like that. Calm down. I don't just swing that way. I'm a married man, god damn it. Okay, well, not him. Well, nonetheless, everybody go and check out Baritone Goat Studio. He's on Instagram. I believe he's on YouTube as well. And you'll find him. He's got some fun content. Really fun. He does plugins, amps, a lot of pickup stuff. He does like lots of little shootout stuff. You'll dig it. You're like, holy cow, he's actually gonna play guitar again. Does this guy ever stop talking? Chug, 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 chug. And this actually has no real power section involved here, because if you weren't watching earlier, this is the Soldano X88R preamp. This is just a preamp. There's no power section involved here. I don't believe in the captures. I think even the file itself says preamp only. So if you're wondering where, like, if you're just getting into the neural amp modeler, by the way, and you're just getting into, and you're like, where the fuck do I get any of this stuff that you're talking about? This is it right here. This is Tone Hunt. This is going to be your favorite place and the best place to hang out. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't know about the Facebook groups or not. Like, they're very large groups, and there's a lot of a fast moving stream. You might want to go there to kind of familiarize yourself with some, you know, good things that are happening with, you know, inside the NAMM community. There's always fun stuff going on. People asking questions and, you know, things that are coming up. But the real place to be, if you don't want to do social media and you don't care about any of that, you just want to get to the tones and try it out for yourself, that's the great way to do it. I would strongly advise that way. Go download the Neural Amp Modeler and download, not even download, just go to Tone Hunt and download anything that looks interesting. And we follow some of the best creators: Northern Fox, Slammin' Mofo, Sharface, and you'll find there are a lot of really, really high quality creators out there. Arlington Audio, Emil Robe, all kinds of different people that are making really rad stuff. And some of the stuff sounds super good. This Slammin' Mofo is, I mean, you go here, for example, go and click on his name. Okay, you click on his name and then it brings up his profile. And then here you have it. This is all just stuff he profiled for free. Take it. There's 2 pages. Okay. And over here, there's another half page. So there's all kinds of stuff that he's got in here, from Bogners, Engels, Soldanos, Marshalls, all sorts of different things, Friedmans, all sorts of things, as I mentioned. And I'm going to be trying out some stuff from him at some point. I don't know if I've got all of his stuff yet, but at some point we're going to do like creator features where we just go over everything from a certain creator. That could be what we're doing on a Freeware Friday. All right, so again, welcome to what we're doing here. We're just hanging out this week. This is Freeware Friday, and every week here, almost every week, there might be some weeks where we're going to take a break, so not to just beat it down, but it's fun. I mean, a lot of people really like freeware, and they like to know all the different things they can get for free. Why wouldn't we do stuff based on that so that people can find the best way to find plugins as well? Gateway, the L12X from Aurora and the Emissary from STL Tones, and several other different amps are like such a great gateway that people can go and just grab for free and find out, do I like this whole amp sim thing? A lot of people tell me one of those 2 is their very first plugin. Lots of people started on the STL Emissary, like it and Nadir, like it just is what it is. And they teach you how to build a single chain right off the bat. And a lot of people got started on the Ignite amp stuff as well. That stuff's been around for a really long time. Lepu, a lot of people for example, my demographic, we've been people that have been using plugins for, 15 years, 10 plus years, we'll call it. a lot of those people got started with the pull-in slash late poo plugins, right? So that's what we're talking about here, is the gateway of the amazing gateway that freeware plugins provide. And let me hear about your thoughts in the comments. Honestly, share them with me in the comments, even if you're watching after the fact. Tell me what your favorite fact about freeware is. And was it a gateway for you to paid plugins? Or did you start with paid plugins knowing that, okay, this is what people are telling me is the best. I've heard all about this, Aurora DSP or this Neural DSP or this STL tones. I've heard all about this from all these trustworthy sources. So I'm going to go and buy those. I'm not going to bother with the freeware right now. I'm just going to go and buy the suite and be impressed, or do the free trial. And there's an interesting question. Are free trials essentially the gateway themselves? I don't know. Just unrestricted free trials, that is. Okay? Let me know. Yeah, they do. Nalix, the Nalix stuff is good. I know that for a lot of their stuff, though, a lot of their amps, they use the same power section. And okay, I'm not going to sit here and nitpick. I'm not going to nitpick, but this is important for people to understand. Okay, so when you're seeing an amp that's being, when a company is out there and they make a plugin look like a certain amp from the analog world, they are effectively saying, we are modeling this amp. This is the amp we're doing. Or they'll just straight up tell you, this is based on the, let's say, a Friedman amp, the Friedman BE100. Like the Crunchman, for example. Okay. Now, what they're not telling you, though, is that they're using the same power section with the very same power tube, regardless of which amps they had profiled, or sorry, not profiled, but regardless of which amps they had produced. They were all being given the EL34 tube section and tube voicing. And I know that because the guy from Nalix told me that, and straight up. And with those guys, I mean, I don't know if that's out there or not, but I think they were pretty open about using the same power section for most of their amps. So really, you're scratching the authenticity right off. I'm not saying it's still not good, but I'm just explaining like a counterpoint as to why this might be better than this or more preferred. So whereas like Ignite amps, for example, when they did a power section, they made sure there were 3 tube types in that power section. There was like the KTs, the ELs, and the 6L6s. So they made sure you had all 3 tube types. So for whatever preamp you were tossing through there, whatever sound you were going for, you were able to get that tube voicing. Whereas if you're using a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier with an EL34 tube voicing, it's not gonna give you the same kind of the vibe, right? So the Nalix stuff is really cool, and I would suggest, again, download all the freeware you can and really feel it out and see what is best for you. A pedal plugin outside NAMM? I have not. Is it on what link? Where is that? Is it free? Is it paid? What's the deal? Do tell. Now, also going back to the point, what is the point of freeware? As it's been asked before, what is the point of freeware? Why is it good for influencers? Well, here's another really good thing for influencers. If you're good, and if you want to show a developer, you want to get a developer's attention and maybe start getting paid to do demos. For starters, if you're asking for money for demos, you got to make sure that you have in today's day and age, with what's out there and being offered, you got to make sure if you're asking for money from a developer for a demo, you make good and sure that you have the numbers to back that up. Otherwise, the developer's probably not even going to reply to you. If they go and look at your numbers and they're very small and you're asking for money for a demo, you're not going to get that money. It's not going to happen. So go into it. Here's what I'm getting at is, even if you're not getting free IR or free NFRs from the company, I would say that because there's so many free trials out there that you can use, I would suggest that you go out there and download all the free trials, one at a time, make a demo, download a trial, make a demo, get it out. Make a demo, download trial, make a demo, get it out. And then repeat. And you can really stock your portfolio, we'll call it, stock your folders, stock your YouTube, stock your social media, and get a lot of content pumping out there with popular plugins that you didn't have to pay for that will look good in searches when people look up, say, Neural DSP, Granify, whatever. Your video is going to come up. You didn't pay for that plugin, it wasn't given to you, but you can get the views, you can get all the benefits from having a piece of content out there. Plus, you can have a leg to stand on with that developer, because trust me, developers do watch the majority of stuff. There is someone at every company, Googling and YouTubing their developer name to look for new videos that maybe they weren't tagged in or they didn't catch, whatever. They want to know about all content. They're going to come across your video. They're going to at least become familiar with who you are and that you do nice content. Even though your followers aren't there yet, they're going to be at least become familiar with who you are. Yeah, I've seen your videos before. After you've done, say, like 5, reach out to the developers, see if maybe they'll hook you up with an NFR. And oh yeah, we've seen your videos. They're very nice. You don't really have the follower count yet that we're looking for. Because some developers, that follower count is getting higher and higher and higher in order to get looked at for an NFR. And it is what it is. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. That's the way it works. Having worked as an artist relations person for a few different developers, I'm going to tell you, that's what they're looking for, guys. It is what it is. I've been there. I've gotten those emails, and there are different developers that feel different ways. Some are just like, you know what, give them, if the content's great, give them something and see what they can do with it, and make sure they tag us and hashtag us and everything else. Make sure we can use the content on our social media, whatever. Cool. Some developers, no, don't even talk to anybody. Do not greenlight anybody with under this many viewers or under this many subscribers or followers. And that is just where it's at. That is where it is. And I've gotten that, no demo, no buy. Yes, and you shouldn't. Goddamn right. That's the best thing. I'm glad we gave you a plugin, because if there is no demo, no fucking purchase. Good. Awesome. However, that being said, there are still companies out there using demos but they're not free and unrestricted that you can actually do something with. That's the bummer. So with a company, there are companies that provide unrestricted free trials. No bones about it. Timed. Okay. Whereas unrestricted, meaning there's no silence, no squiggles, no squackles, no static, no silent, no nothing that is going to irritate. Nothing irritates me more is when I'm using a trial, getting into a riff I'm playing and hearing and then going back to the riff. Fuck you. Get out of here. You just ruined my vibe. Get out. You want to be able to know also if something sits well in a mix or does not, because there are plugins that sound really good when you're sitting there jamming on your own. But when you get them in a mix, either they disappear or they cut weird and they just don't sit well in a mix. No matter what you do to them, how you EQ them, something in the modeling, something in the IR, something doesn't. Okay, so it's awesome that unrestricted exists now, because now you can give things a good kind of rip, and you can record something with it and really listen back to it and say, god damn, I need to have that. I need to have that amp sim, because this mix sounds so good, and I need that. I need that sound at my fingertips. Even if I'm only doing 2-3 mixes a year, I need that sound at my fingertips at any time I want. 14 days is not enough for me. I need it now. And then there's 2 ways to go. You go, pow, you go buy it right there. Full price. It might be worth it. It might not be. Or you just put it on a wish list, and then you follow that developer, you get on their mailing list, and you just wait. You just wait for that sale, and you just, pow. And you get ready to snipe, and as soon as it's on sale, boom, snipe, and you're done. And now you have that tone at your fingertips. Boom, all because unrestricted free trial. All because unrestricted free trial. That's it. That's all there is to it. Absolutely. See you later, Master Recto. cheers. Appreciate you. I'll see you again. And thanks for dropping by and checking us out. We really do appreciate it. Not a big thing these days, but guess what? We're going up. We've once upon a time had a thing kind of going that was way up. It was way up. We'll get there again. Right now we're over 100 though. Happy 100 subscribers. Woo! Over 100 on 2 profiles. Whoa. King of the Castle. King of the Castle. All right, I'm gonna go to another Soldano clip here. Capture. This sounds so good. I'm gonna fatten it up a little bit, although it's pretty fat as it is. Let's fatten it up a little bit more and snazz it and jazz it. I feel like Chad Kroger was about to start singing. If I had played another bar, the dude would come around the corner. And to fuck, get out of here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a closet Nickelback fan. Not really. It's one of those bands like Limp Bizkit, where if the singer would ever just shut the fuck up, or if they just had a better singer, or in Limp Bizkit's case, for me, it'd be much. I get that he's part of the show and all that, but they're musically, if you just listen, if you can just hear through Fred Durst's garbage and trash, you can hear a band that's truthfully an immaculate band. Super strange and very unique and innovative guitar player, and a rhythm section that is just tight as fuck in the way those 3 guys play together. But all without the singer. Sometimes the singer just fucks it all up. Nickelback's that band that, like, man, the drum sounds are, oh my god, the drums sound huge. The guitar sounds like Rammstein. It really does. The guitar sound. Go listen to a Nickelback album and then a Rammstein album, and you'll be like, yeah, he's fucking right. The guitars do sound the same. Gigantic walls of rectifier and Sansamp. In the case of Rammstein, there is no Sansamp, I believe, in Nickelback. But nonetheless, huge amount of rectifiers, and the production value on their albums is something to behold. Those guys know how to sound good. They know how to make amps sound good. And they've got nice gear in their rigs too. So there's nothing wrong with Nickelback's musically, but the vocals just cheese me the fuck out. They just do. Plus, all their songs now sound like country. I'm talking old Nickelback when they were still kind of like edgy in a way that's like hard rock edgy, like Mom and Dad edgy. Basically, you've got to take everything you can from anything you're listening to, especially if you're being forced to listen to it. I once worked with a man who just listened to Nickelback all the time. If he was driving the truck that we worked in, it was a goddamn sure thing that we were listening to Nickelback all the way to and from the jobs that we were working at all week. And so I really had to just take what I could from that moment. And I suggest that everybody do the same. Even if you're in a scenario where you're being forced to listen to music you don't really like, try your absolute hardest to find something that you really, really like about it. And it becomes easier to palate. With Nickelback, for me, that became the guitar sound, the drum sound, and some of the riffage. And I just had to listen to past that god-awful singing. He's musically, like, the dude can hold a pitch, and he's actually pretty impressive range-wise. I just don't like his voice. Just to further explain, I'm not saying he's a horrible singer. I just don't like what he does with his voice. Yeah, buddy. It sounds pretty good. And we're going to go without, just to show you guys what it sounds like without the fattener. Here's without the fattener. And with. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I'm in a great mood today, as you guys can probably tell by now. It's probably announced like 96 times already. And I'm charged up for this weekend. We're making this thing, as I mentioned. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not. We're making this thing on tomorrow night. It is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be incredible. It's like a foot-long hot dog topped with roast beef and pierogies. We got the idea from a ballpark Facebook page I'm on. I'm just like, every once in a while, I want to eat everything I see, but every once in a while I see something, I could make that. I could fucking make that. Looks amazing. I want it in here, and I think I have the culinary skills to make whatever that is. So I'm gonna go after it. And that's not often I say anything about culinary skills, but gosh, if you guys ever want to talk about food, fucking give her. We talk about a few things outside of the AmSim universe around here. Just so you know, a few things are widely accepted around here. Let's talk about that for a while. Just have a second. Video games, fully, movies. Go ahead and bring it up. Bring up. Hey, if you're having a hard time with your life, and you just need to be, you want us to know that, hey, you're just here to kind of chill out and just like, you know, kind of bring your day down. Let us know. We're here for you. Okay, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about? One thing that is not allowed, no matter what, I'll boot your ass out, is politics. Do not bring up politics in here. Not ever. Not ever will anybody talk about politics in here with you. And we do not want to talk. World events. World events are also kind of tough. Like we would rather keep world events, if they're really horrible things anyways, keep the horrible things out of here as well. And most other things are going to be widely accepted. Talk about your pets. Oh gosh. I'd love to hear about pets. Let me tell you, talk about your fuzzballs. No problem. Hey, that's the second person that said that today. Fuck yeah. That makes me happy to know that there are people that are like out there that would, and I have to ask, I forgot to ask Mesa Recto, but if I had to ask you, friend, Brain Dead, nice to meet you, by the way. Are you, by the way, is that, please tell me, is your nickname, is your screen name, your username, whatever, is it from the Assorted Jelly Beans, Al, like that, the song Brain Dead? If it is, gosh, that would be hilarious. Brain Dead, great song. Anyways, Brain Dead, can I ask you a question? Real quick. That's man, big new fan. Fuck yeah, dude. High fives. Too bad. It's too bad you didn't get here before Mesa Recto, because he won the plugin. He was the new fan of the day. He just got here and he won a plugin. Pop. A lot of new people win plugins, but we only do newbies. Will only win one per episode, one per stream, one per video, whatever. So I apologize you weren't here for that, but can I? No, you're not disappointing. I'm curious though. I'm gonna quick question. If I have to ask though, what would be, for the people that are missing, I want to ask them, what would be a better streaming time for you? Because what I'm trying to do with the streams, the times that we pick, is trying to be kind of crossover a little bit with the European and North American ideal possible crossover is what we're doing for now. But I'm wanting to mix in something a bit later, or whenever it is that is ideal. I'm assuming you're from North America, or maybe you're European and you work a different schedule. Either way, let me know, because you already own which one. I'm curious, because we were giving away Freebies from Aurora DSP today. That's what we were giving away. All right, curiously though, what is a time that would theoretically work better for the people that are unfortunately having to miss our streams? I want to be able to accommodate as much of our community as possible. I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to watch streams. I'm curious. It's 5 p.m. here in Texas. Guess what? It's 6 p.m. here in Canada. I am in Ontario, Canada, and we are not too far off. So You know what? I am going to be doing some, ideally, now you're probably like the fifth or sixth different person that's told me that like they're in North America and they wouldn't mind watching something a little bit later on in, you know, whether it be in Eastern Standard or, you know, Mountain Time or whatever it is. So yeah, you know what? I'm in. I'm going to do it. I'm going to kind of try to swap some things around. One thing I'm not sure if you're into Doom, Sludge, Drone, anything like that. That is definitely a stream that I've been thinking about doing a bit later in the evening. And that is that, or, you know, Thrash and a few other different things I was thinking about might make sense. So yes, you know what? I'm going to start adding streams starting this weekend. We're going to do something in the evening. Either it's going to be later tonight or it's going to be Saturday night. I can do that. I can put it, I can fit something else in. And because often we're sitting around here on Saturday night, we know if there's going to be a Saturday or a Sunday or Friday, or even when it comes to be the summer months and my educational job comes to a pause for a couple of months, whoop, I'm going to be streaming a lot more, and it's going to be at later hours. I'm going to be trying to accommodate everybody. So this is going to be like, this summer is going to be hopefully I've got a whole bunch of different plans and goals that I've got set for growth for us here. I'm very excited to kind of go after all of them, and one of them is going to be streaming more for people from all different time zones. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Fuck yeah, the Doom Tomb then. We're doing a stream in the next, it's going to be today or tomorrow. We're going to be doing a stream for a particular Doom band that I cannot mention by name. Essentially, there is a Doom band out there that is right now considering the idea of potentially making a plugin. And I don't know that they're all the way convinced that plugins can kind of do this thing. And I really want to drive it home that yes, in fact, whoa. Yes, it can. Yes, they can. Plugins can Doom in a big fucking way. No one's asking the Doom guys to go on stage with plugins. That's not what I'm saying. They can be helpful for creativity. It's the year 2024. It's no longer about analog versus digital, guys. If you're out there and you're one of those analog loyalists, you're a dinosaur. It's about analog plus digital. How can you have both in your life to make sure that you are as creative as possible, as productive as possible? That is what we're trying to talk to Doom musicians about. If you've got, instead of, you know, and being able to tell them that, yeah, you can take that giant pedal board that you have and you can run that right into an interface, right into an orange sim. You know what I mean? You can do that. And trying to get that through to the Doom community is going to be a long road. But I think that with some key people behind it that we have in mind, this could be a lot of fun. So we're hoping at some point to be able to talk about that. That'd be great. Yeah, absolutely. Pedro, thanks for hanging out today. 5 people in the chat. If you're out there, do say hello. And Braindead, if you want me to call you Braindead, that's fine. If you have a first name you'd rather use to address, that's great. Now, anyone that comes in here that's brand new, and I'm gonna say if you're from Texas, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it. I have a southern accent I do around here as sort of a mock southern accent. I hope it does not piss anybody off someday. I've been told it's rather entertaining. I'm going to keep doing it either way. I also do a Russian accent that's probably not going to go over very well most of the time, but I don't care. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to ask you, though, who are some of your favorite developers? I'd love to get to know the community. I love to get to know the people that come in here, especially if they're watching a stream. You know, I know that they love this plugin developer or this one. You know, so do tell. What are some of your favorite products? Some of your favorite developers out there? Are you a newer user, intermediate? Have you been doing this a while? You know what I mean? Give us some background. Say hello. Oh, brother, you ain't seen nothing yet. Especially if I screw something up. Oh my God. You don't even know what I'm going down there. JC, what's going on, dude? How are you? You're from Holland. Isn't that weird? That's the only one I know, and you've probably heard that more than a few times. I'm sorry about that. You're from Holland. We were actually started the stream with a band that I believed. Never mind. Jeez. Is Hatesphere from Holland? Are they from Holland or are they from Denmark? I think they're from Denmark. Forget I mentioned that. I actually don't even know any. I don't think I know any bands from Holland off the top of my head. Is Born from Pain? Are they from Holland? That's a hardcore band. That might have been even way before your time. Maybe you're not into hardcore at all. I don't know. I honestly, I was just going for the Mike Myers thing, and I wasn't trying for a full-on impression. I have no idea how to do the Dutch accent. I have no idea. Oh, I can do a real good Arnold though. That'll come out at some point. If you're curious, what am I using right now? Well, in the chain right now, we have the Fort Boost 22. This is the Wavemind Forte Boost, Fort Boost. This is the neural amp modeler, and it's loaded with a Soldano X88R Classic Scoop Plus profile. You can go get right now over on Tone Hunt, no problem. And just type in SLDN X88R, and it'll probably pop up right there. We have our secret sauce. We have Nadir, also absolutely free. And then at the last in the chain, this is just for you guys. And I like to moisten things up a little bit with a bit of a room verb. And it's a 6% of a room verb, guys, dry to wet. So it is barely there, just enough to kind of make things not sound so dry. But I really don't think there's really not much happening in here. Okay. Now we're just hanging out, having a good time today. Armin van Buuren. I know who that is. I know who that is. I know who DJ Tiesto is, but I actually do occasionally listen to Armin van Buuren. Interesting. Cool. There's also like a huge circle of YouTubers that are from Texas that I follow. Donut Operator, Demolition Ranch. I'm not even into guns. I don't shoot guns, but I like watching other people shoot guns. It amuses me. I like watching other people do things that I would never do. And occasionally guns interest me. I very much am interested in guns. When not used on other people, I find interesting target shooting and accuracy shooting are very interesting to me. Firearms in general are just kind of interesting, although I've never shot one, never plan to. So I also follow them for like the police content, and there's like a whole circle of them that on Brennan, that other dude. Anyways, they're all from Texas, and I follow them and just watch them. It's fun. That's about all I know. I don't know Within Temptation. Within Temptation. Yeah, I do know that band. Is it Within Temptation? Sorry, Within Temptation or Within Temptations? Because I've heard of Within Temptation, and that's got the female front. It's female fronted band. The wife is into them more than I am. But I do know of their existence, and I have seen much of them. Although I wouldn't know a Within Temptation song if it hit me in the face. I could not tell you a song. If someone come up to me with $1 million and offered it to me in a suitcase, I'd be like, I know that band. God damn it, I have no idea. No, I can't name a song. Oh, fuck my life. No, I can't. I have no idea. Holy shit, that sounds good. Oh, wow. I'm so excited by good and well shot captures / profiles for the neural amp modeler. I could not be more impressed. I'm so impressed with it. I could not be more and more excited. Guys, and also for Freeware Friday, I've got a whole bunch of pedals that are up here that are just kind of chilling today. If there's anything you really want to see, this is Aurora DSP month, by the way. Going to be giving away some rad stuff. This is their unified preamp based off the old TC Electronics unit that has become very popular with gent bands and all kinds of other bands. I mean, back in the day, it was popular with thrash bands, and then it sort of found new life and new use. I also have the X Drive from Wavemind. It's based on the Maxon 808X. Excellent. It's one of my favorite boost pedals ever made, and I'm really excited that Wavemind decided to do it and do it for free. Also, Forte Boost 22, as we mentioned, based off the Fortin 33. This is our plugin. Yay! The Sword's back. The Sword, this is our plugin here. Our first plugin. The first of 2 that you guys know about, and the first of 5 plugins that are in planning or in various stages of development right now with various developers. We are cooking up some goodness for you guys, and all of it will be free, 100% free. Although there is some sort of talk of maybe doing a paid plugin down the road someday, but we are predominantly going to be bringing you guys some rad freeware. And I can tell you guys, I'm very excited to bring all of it to you. I could not be more excited to be part of just this team here. And by all means, if you guys have any questions about, on upcoming other plugins, I can't really share much about the other ones. Although I will say one of the other ones is going to be a guitar and bass inside one kind of small, toit little package. You guys will enjoy it, I'm sure. It's going to be very, very minimalistic for those of you out there that want to be very simplistic and easy, capital easy, like your easy D or your easy keys or your easy this and that, if you know what I mean. So that's what that is. We're going to be doing an easy type plugin, actually trying to make it as easy as humanly possible, but still have the ability to edit certain aspects of things with just single switches. It's going to be interesting. You guys will see. That's all I can tell you about. The other 2 are just sort of in the clouds and discussion and having fun. So we have 5 plugins planned here. They will all be free, and they are all going to likely come out in over the next calendar year. We hope, maybe year to year and a half. Just so you guys understand, we have a huge, huge commitment to freeware here. Brain dead. I thank you very much. Appreciate it, Brain Dead. And so basically, we haven't finished the lineup yet. Shoeless Drive from Resington and Wavemind. This thing is awesome. It is a DOD 250 preamp pedal. Preamp, do you hear that? Got it going there. Preamp pedal. You got to lean into the skid sometimes, guys. You got to lean into that skid. Anyways, this got a nice little gate that's built in, though. Little snaz. And this neat little MDS feature that essentially goes 0 to gent in like 2 seconds. Superb. Also, we have been testing out Aurora DSP's Free Goblin today. Free Goblin. This thing is awesome. It's free. It's based on the EVH 5150. I want to say it's the red. I don't think it's the red channel. I feel like maybe it's like a mix of red and blue. You guys be the judge. I don't think I've ever actually asked Daniel, so that could be a question you guys might want to ask him when Daniel and Lucas stop by weekend after this. This weekend, by the way, if you're not in the know, we have Alex Lee from Devil Driver and Bryce Van Hoosen from Silver Talent stopping by tomorrow, Saturday, April 6th. They're stopping by at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's a Saturday. I hope you guys can make it, even in North American times. We had to kind of do things around their schedule and our schedule. It's amazing it all worked out. Incredible it all worked out. And so those guys are going to be here not playing, but answering questions about their guitars, about their bands, about how did Alex Lee get into Devil Driver? How did that happen? I would love to know about that. What does he think of Des Fafara? What does he think of that guy? You know what I mean? Is he fun to work with? Does he secretly like Cold Chamber? Was he forced to like Cold Chamber? The questions we will ask Alex Lee Bryce Van Hoosen, we're just going to ask him why he's such a fucking stallion. An absolute shred stallion is what that man is. I'm going to straight up ask him, what is it like having hair that's just so magnificent? So that's where we're going to be at. And he's going to be here, and they're going to be here talking about their favorite plugins from various developers. It's not all about Aurora DSP, but we will have an Aurora DSP giveaway happening in this stream, of course, as always. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun this weekend. We're going to be a Doom Tomb. Doom Tomb will either be tonight or tomorrow late. Haven't figured out exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be like around 8 or 9 o'clock, somewhere around there. All depends on what the missus and I can figure out for a schedule tonight. Stoked, though, that you're into it. I'm stoked that there's going to be people. I wasn't sure if there'd be people around, but we're going to find out tonight or tomorrow night. Figure it out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be fuzz. There's going to be a lot of fuzz, a lot of herbal enhancement, lots of that by that point in the evening. Oh, gosh. You guys don't want to know. Will I even be able to hit the record button? We may never know. We're going to find out. All right. So again, oh yeah, and the only thing I have in the change today that's not free, basically, is, in fact, the only paid plugin I have is a very low cost still, is the Rotten Pool Verb, and this thing is bad as fuck. This is awesome. This is the coolest reverb you'll ever own. This was shot in an abandoned pool before it was torn down, and then they shot the Invisiverb on the same site the next day, after it was demolished in the open air. Hang on though, Braindead. I have a different way. There's a lot of people though. There's a lot of people like you right now that have never even really put their hands on an analog amp, and they're like, I don't know if this is authentic or not, so I'm just gonna go by, does it rip or does it not rip? Do I like the way it sounds? That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people in that same boat. However, would you like to, if you'd like to be able to kind of weigh in on the authenticity or realism, truthfully, the realism side of things, it's easy to do that without actually having to put, foot to ass and have to use that amp for like, a good 2 or 3 hours to understand and, actually tweak all the knobs. You're not going to get that. And I haven't been able to have that with every amp that I've ever had to review the authenticity or realism on. So what I do to instead is I make sure that I go and watch all the content that I can find, all of it, specifically looking for, and I'm going to tell you this going to sound weird. I'm specifically looking for fucking Bobby Billets in his basement with a cell phone tweaking the amp. That's what I want. Why do I want that? Because it tells me how that amp is supposed to sound without fucking, a bunch of cuts and boosts in the post, without being quad tracked, without this or that. It shows me what that amp is supposed to sound like when it's just some fucking random dude and it's got, the video's got like 1,200 views or something, or maybe like a pathetic amount like our videos here. Like all of his videos are under like 100 views, like a lot of ours are. Go back and watch some old stuff, guys. But anyways, the point being is sometimes it's those videos that I really want to start with, because those are going to show me the actual characteristics of the amp through not even not a real nice mic or anything. And then I gradually scale it up and watch I just continuously watch, scale it up. You get a little bit more pro and pro, more pro, more pro. And then you get into the more like polished demos and stuff. I guess you go up. And I like doing it that way, because then that way, like, I can really get the character of an amp, and then you're never really going to get the feel from those, obviously. But in that case, it's not a big deal. You kind of get the feel just by kind of listening to, the dynamics of the amp through all the content you're watching. So at least you have a point of reference. And if you're curious as you're dialing in, you go to the video and you go, oh, that guy's turned okay, these are the settings this guy's got going. I'm going to employ those settings, and then I'm going to just try, okay, this sounds good. That's the other thing that I really like about having that benchmark, is because if you get something like a Mesa Boogie Duo rectifier, for example, and you're not sure how, you've never put your hands on one of those in your life. Sure, there's going to be presets. That's fine. That's great. But what if that amp is worth a salt? if that amp sim is authentic, you'll be able to plug in the settings from one of the videos that you watched and then play on it and have it sound. It's not going to sound the same. You're not going to have the same pickups, probably different cabinets, maybe a different mic scenario, whatever. But you're going to be able to listen for the characteristics. Are these characteristics the same? The settings on my plugin and this guy's video are the same. Does it sound close? And is the answer yes or no? That's the thing. So you can still get full value out of just watching some YouTube content. You know, spend an hour doing even just an hour doing your research. You'll be able to say, oh yeah, this one's better than this one. They both sound pretty awesome, but I like this one better. And this one's a little bit more realistic. Whatever, right? So hopefully that helps. I do understand your point of view though, fully. So this is without a boost, okay? Now I'm going to go into the shoeless drive. That sounds great as well. We've got all kinds of just different pedals to work with here today. It's been a real blast, honestly. Yeah, check out as much content of any amp you're ever interested in. If you're at any plugin that comes out, there's plenty of amps that I've never had the pleasure of putting hands on. A lot of amps that I have through a lot of very strange scenarios that I've been through, and lots of amp collecting friends, and having a lot of really giant communal jam spaces that were shared between, you know, 4 or 5 different bands that are struggling for every hour of the schedule. Been all there, and that's what I always wanted these chats to feel like, is when I go to those, you know, you go to your jam space on Friday night. Often, you know, if you're in a communal jam space, they'll have a night where it's like an open jam on, like, you know, Sundays at this time, or you book an open jam where everybody, as many people as that can show up. You talk amps, you use each other's gear, you tweak it as each other are using it. You'd be like, you like this, you like that, and then you're just kind of jamming with each other, writing weird songs, and, you know, forming little side projects that you can record. It's a lot of fun to do it that way, and you get a lot of experience with a lot of different gear that way as well. So hopefully that's fun. Open jam nights at various bars are great for that too, because you meet a lot of new players, playing local shows as well, going to as many local shows as you can, because you get to hear a lot of great gear in a small environment where it's not, you know, process coming out of a wall of fucking cans, you know. So in any event, again, we have come to a close here. 6:30. It's been 120 minutes. Came up quick on us, didn't it? A lot of fun today. And we met just some new people today, and I said this, I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of really positive thoughts here. I said the best thing about this, the best thing I think about the process here, and the progress rather, is doing these streams and seeing almost every time we do one, somebody brand new comes in here, and somebody brand new comes in and just ends up sticking around, and that is exactly what we want. 1 or 2 people to straggle in because what we're doing looks interesting to them. And thanks so much, man. That's awesome. Brain Dead, Messerecto, thank you. It was wonderful meeting both of you. And it's great to know that what we're doing here is, you know, gaining some steam, and even outside of what the numbers may appear. And you know what, you're because of you, Brain Dead, because of you, we're gonna do a late stream this weekend. We're gonna have a good time. Whether you're there, don't feel the pressure to be there. Don't cancel all plans this weekend to be there, by all means. I'm not gonna be like, that son of a bitch didn't show up, god damn it, you know, like, it's not like that. It's like, it's a great idea. I want to see who shows up. Anybody. I know you would if you could be there. So even if you can't, I know that's your block that you're looking for. So it's all good. But what I want is to see who shows up. See how many different people show up. This is actually kind of exciting now. I want to do a later stream, either tonight or tomorrow. It's already pretty late tonight, so it's probably going to be tomorrow. It's already 6:30. I don't think I'm going to jump back on at like 8 o'clock. So it's probably going to be tomorrow. So let's say tomorrow, I don't know, it's going to be between 8 or 9. I'm going to throw it on the Facebook page as to what we're doing. So if you're on our Facebook page, You'll see it. If you're not, get on our Facebook page and I will throw it out there with a nice little graphic as to what time we're going on with the Doom Tomb. And we're going to have a good time. And it will be addressed to a specific band. And there's a pretty cool band that'll be getting a hold of this Doom Tomb stream. A band that I like very much. And I'm going to make some maybe small references, very, very, very niche references as to who they might be in the stream and who you might be seeing a plugin from in the near future. That could be fun. All right. So you guys, tomorrow, 8 or 9, we'll figure it out and it'll be a good time. I'll see you guys there. My challenge for you this week or for the freeware is every week is the same thing. By the way, if I'm slouching, guys, yell at me. Tell me I'm slouching. Stop slouching like an old man. Oh, God. Have some pride. Stand up. Sit up straight. Gosh, darn it. Okay, my challenge for you guys, as every Freeware Friday, go out, download one new piece of freeware right now. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a compressor. I don't care if it's something that's 15 years old. I don't care if it's brand new. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's for keyboards or whatever it is. Whatever you're into outside of guitar and bass, if it's not for guitar and bass, is fine. So go get something for free and try it, whether it's brand new or not. And let us know next week what you tried and if we should try it, or ask me if I've tried it already. And if you want my recommendation of something to try, head over right now to Wavemind and Aurora DSP. Get every piece of freeware both companies have and just use it all weekend. Have a good time and let us know throughout the Aurora DSP month here what you think. All right, that's my challenge for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this community. We are going to grow steadily, slow and steady, just like we did with Honest Amp Sim Reviews. Exactly like we're going to be doing here, slow and steady. And that wins the race. Whatever race this happens to be, that'll win it, right? Thanks so much for being here. I will see you guys again next time. Cheers.